Hi, my name is Dennis Witten. I'm the sports editor at the Lowell Sun. I'm here today with Paul Daly, the Sun's esteemed horse racing columnist. And Paul and I are here to talk about Saturday's Kentucky Derby, the 140th running of the Derby at Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky. Annually, probably the top race for horse racing aficionados. And Paul, there's a little something different about this year's race. We've got some good local connections.
Yeah, last year we had Gil Campbell in there, and his horse had half a puncher's chance. But this year we've got two horses, Samrat and Wicked Strong. Samrat trained by Lowell's Rick Violette, and Wicked Strong with the Centennial Farm connections. Of Beverly, Mass. And they both, I think, really have a strong shot to win this race. Mm-hmm. And I think they need to be talked about.
Tell us a little about Rick Violette's background, his Lowell connection.
Well, Rick was born in Worcester. He lived there till he was 6. His father was an engineer. In fact, his father, Richard and Bee, and his two brothers and a sister are going to be at the race. And they moved when Rick was 6 to Lowell.
Okay.
And he went to last graduating class out of Keith Academy.
Nice. Yeah.
Then he went to UMass Lowell, which at the time I think was called Lowell State or Lowell University, and was a political science major, but he had been riding show horses when he was younger. And he said, no, this is really kind of what I wanted to do, and started at Rockingham, had his first winner, I don't know, around 1979 or so, and is now one of the top trainers in the country and has been for a long time.
Yeah, he sure is. Wicked Strong was named in honor of the marathon bombing victim, correct?
Yeah, what happened there was the horse was named Moyne Sun. And when the marathon tragedy happened, the Littles, who own Centennial Farms, wanted to rename the horse Boston Strong. They went to the Jockey Club Gold Cup, the Jockey Club, and they said, "Can we have Boston Strong?" But the Gotseys out of New Hampshire, with Sovereign Stable, with Gander and those, they had already taken Boston Strong, and that horse is still in training.
Okay.
So anyway, Mrs. Jacobs from the Bruins said to Mrs. Little, "Well, everything in Boston is wicked this, wicked that, wicked that. Name them Wicked Strong." So they did, and now they're going to donate 5% of the horse's winnings to the One Fund.
Sounds like the Lodges talking to the Cabots.
Yeah.
Let's switch gears a little bit. Talk about the race. There's a lot of inexperienced jockeys, and a 20-horse field could lead to trouble.
Yeah, I did a column, I don't know how many years ago, that I thought that because a lot of people want to get to the Derby, and a lot of owners don't have the proper horses, but they just want the box for the day, that still is true, and there are 6 first-time jockeys in this race. And a lot of horses have early speed, and some of the inexperienced jockeys are on the pressers who are going to be going to the speed, and that first turn could be a nightmare, and I hope not.
Yeah.
But a lot of horses, I think, could be floated wide, losing 8 or 9 lengths, and the same on the 5 turn too. So it's going to be a scrum. And 6 of the 20 jockeys have won the Derby, but the rest don't have that much experience.
There's luck involved in winning the Kentucky Derby, obviously.
No question about it. I talked to Rick Violette the other day, and he said, Paul, he said, the best horse is more likely to win the Preakness Stakes than it is to win the Derby, because it's a smaller field, and, really you've got the quality of the quality there. And he said, if you don't get the right trip in the Derby, you're in trouble.
Post positions are being drawn Wednesday. Very important for a lot of horses.
Yeah, I think so. I think Violette would like to be in the middle somewhere, around 8, 9, or 10, so we can see what's happening inside and outside of him, and where his jockey, Jose Ortiz, should put the horse, because it's the first time in the Derby for Ortiz, as well as his brother. And like Calvin Burrell likes to get to the rail. He's on ride on Curlin, and if he's parked way outside, that could be problematical. So I think post position will be significant. Yeah.
Okay. let's get down to the guts of the race. Some of the horses, there's a lot of speed, a lot of presses, a lot of closers. Not to name every horse, but going through your list here, how do you see the race kind of shaping up?
Well, you know, everybody's talking about California Chrome, who's won about 5 races in a row.
Yes.
And, you know, been winning them by daylight. But, you know, he's got a first-time trainer, Sherman, who's about 80 years old, not putting age against him. I'm not going to pull Donald Sterling here, but anyway.
You're almost 80.
But anyway, so it's his first time around. And,
Just kidding.
And I think he's going against other speed horses. You know, they're going to make him 9-5, and I don't think he can make anybody in this field 9-5. So
That's crazy.
you know, I'm not going to be picking him on top myself. I think you have to look for some value here. But Cheeto has a lot of early speed. Uncle Si has a lot of early speed. Wildcat Red has a lot of early speed. And who is going to be the one chasing the speed on the pressers, like Samrat, or Opportunity with Bob Baffert and Mike Smith, or Candy Boy with Gary Stevens, who's won this race 3 times, with John Sadler. I think one of those horses may get first jump on the leaders. And I think whoever gets first jump and a seam to go through has the best shot to win this race.
Okay. And you talking about Samrat, the Rick Violet horse. Can he get the 1.25 miles? Have you talked to Rick about that?
I've talked to Rick about that, and Rick says he's been training great. He did a mile workout on Friday, and he loved it and loved the way he's changing leads. But he won't come out flatly and say, I know he can get the 1.25 miles. So that is a little bit problematical, but in the Wood Memorial, where he came in second, it was his first loss. He got in trouble 4 different times in the race, and Violet said, that's it. He's not going to get any better than 4th. But Violet said he dug in again and came and got second. He said, and that was his best race of all. So Rick really likes the horse, but he's not sold on the 1.25 miles. I don't. How
No,
can
you
you?
can't be. None of them have gone more than 1 mile and 1/8. And that next 1/8 is where they separate the wheat from the chaff.
Yeah, you know, I remember talking to a trainer one time, and the trainer said, I knew I was in trouble when my jockey came out with a minus cap with a light on it.
Okie dokie. Samrat's trainer. Samrat's owner.
Yep.
The Barnes and Noble store.
Leonard Riggio, 73 years old. This is the first horse, real good horse he's gotten, and he and his wife are savoring every minute. In fact, I'm wondering if they're flying Violet's family into the race, coming from London and California and Florida and everything else.
Wow.
And he says, we're going to save every minute of this. And it's funny because Riggio started selling college textbooks in Amherst, Massachusetts, to UMass and Amherst College and stuff. And he's got 39,000 employees working for him.
Yeah. There's your history lesson for the day, people. Let's get down to why people might actually turn into this video. Your picks for the race, Paul Daly.
Well, people are going to say that I'm very provincial with my picks, but I love Samrat. Violet says that of all the horses I've ever trained, this one has the most will to win of any horse that I've ever had. And he's had a lot of good horses over the years. And so I think the Wood Memorial, where Wicked Strong beats Samrat, is going to be the key race of the spring. And I think Samrat, with a good trip, is going to turn the tables on Wicked Strong, who's a closer and needs a lot of luck. So I'm picking Samrat first. I'm picking Wicked Strong second. Even though they're both New England horses, I'm picking them for, I hope, the right reasons. I'm picking California Chrome for third, who has done nothing wrong, but is shipping in from California, has never been out of California before. And I know you're going to say Samrat's never been out of New York before. But my sleeper is Opportunity with Bob Baffert.
I've never been out of Pelham, New Hampshire, so who cares? What kind of price would you get on that exacta, the All New England exacta? You'd get a pretty good payoff for $2.
I'm going to say that with California Chrome out of the exacta, you're probably going to get
$200?
Yeah, $140.
$140.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's great. Anything else you want to throw in before we sign off? Or?
I think I'd also do an exacta with Samrat and California Chrome,
Okay, so
Just-
we're not,
just
we're
be-
not throwing him out
just
completely.
because California Chrome has really done nothing wrong.
Is he the speed of the speed, or is that doesn't?
I don't
matter?
think he's the speed of the speed. That's why I'm very concerned.
All right.
How about you?
I'm picking Danza, a Todd Pletcher horse, and Ride on Curlin with Calvin Burrell coming up the rail with the dead closer. Danza and Ride on Curlin. That'll be a couple $100. Actor.
I don't think that's beyond reason.
Okay. Thank you very much,
Okay.
sir.
You're welcome.
Very good.
Good
Take
luck.
care.
Good luck to everybody.
May the